everybody, welcome to Mexico City, round number 18 of the 2021 Formula One World Championship. We come here with Lewis Hamilton and Max Verstappen once again doing battle with each other. The 18th chapter of this thrilling championship will be written right here, right now. It's time for the qualifying hour. But first, let's take a look at the drivers and the Constructors' Championship. It's the 2021 Mexican Grand Prix. After a 24-month break, we are back in the capital. The last 5 races of the year with 12 points between them. Mexico City starts off a triple header for Formula One, the biggest we've ever seen. Mexico City to Brazil isn't that bad, but Brazil to Qatar in just 5 days is going to be the biggest long haul ever in Formula One. We're nearing the end of the season though, with Saudi Arabia making very quick progress to try and host its first race on the 5th of December. A week later though, Abu Dhabi will round up the season under the lights on the 12th of December. In the Drivers' Championship, there is just 12 points between them. Max Verstappen leads the title after victory in Austin, Texas. Lewis Hamilton trails by 12 points. Bottas is ahead of Sergio Perez at the moment as well, but just 1 point between Perez and Norris in the battle for 4th place of the Drivers' Championship. Charles Leclerc is in a battle with Carlos Sainz's own teammate. Ricciardo, Gasly and Fernando Alonso round out the top 10 that are separated by a staggering 229 points as well after these 17 races. On the second page, Esteban Ocon leads Sebastian Vettel as well, 46 to 36. On 26 is Lance Stroll as well, an amazing run of points between them. Yuki Tsunoda still 14th, he's 4 points clear of George Russell, who in turn is clear of Nicholas Latifi by 9. Then we go further back as well and get Kimi Raikkonen, and Antonio Giovinazzi is the last points payer. Mick Schumacher, Robin Kubica and Nikita Mazepin are still pointless in the 2021 season. In the Constructors' Championship, everything stays the same for the 3rd race in a row. Mercedes lead Red Bull Racing by 23 points. McLaren and Ferrari are closing in between them for 3rd and 4th in the Constructors' Championship. Alpine, AlphaTauri and Aston Martin, the only ones close enough for the battle for 5th, ahead of Williams, who seem to have secured 8th. Alfa Romeo have 9th, and still pointless, Haas 3 points down on last year. The atmosphere is tense. Mexico awaits whether Sergio Perez can take pole. It's time for the Mexico City Grand Prix qualifying. Qualifying due off in a few moments' time as well. But before that, it's time for round 18 of the commentator challenge between myself and Megan. In the past couple of races, I've fought back to take the lead in the championship 9 to 8. Who's going to be victorious? Will it go 10 to 8 in my favour, or will it level out 9-9 with 5 to go? Let's see what happens in the commentator challenge between myself and Megan. We're at the Autodromo General Rodriguez for round 18 of the Commentator Challenge. Last time out, I won in the Circuit of the Americas, so I have a total of 9 victories. Megan, you have a total of 8 victories, and this one will determine exactly if we can go level. So if we want to ready up, we'll go racing. I'm in the Ferrari, Megan's in the Red Bull. Megan's on pole. I start second, all 5 lights are on. Drop the clutch and let's go. Megan immediately cuts across. I'm going to go to the left, or the right actually. No, that is the left actually. Right to everyone watching off board. As he cut back in, Megan's got the run. Use a little bit of my ERS to try and close up on the inside. Megan has run me off into the wall. Megan's gone backwards into the wall, done a 360. She's come right back on the path. I'll go through. She's doing 360. All nicely done. Take turn 2.
I thought we used to, like, wait for each other.
Oh, yeah. Can't be bothered.
Surely you should stop for at least 5 seconds then.
Why? You're the one who made that error. I now lead. I'm trying to win.
Because of you!
I'm trying to now win a championship. Although I
hope you crash.
Well, I have made an error. Trying to get back into this part of the track. Battery level is low.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, that could be an interesting one. No, you should be fine. Battery level low. I really can't do this section of the track either. I'm struggling.
I hope you crash.
Well, I'm struggling dramatically with the S's section. I can never get in a swing with it. Here we go then. Back up to full power. Trying to close up. Nope, making errors. Where's the braking zone? For soul! Too late, too late, too late, too late, too late. I didn't see it. Brake, 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 brake. Otherwise it's going to go straight on.
Hi.
Oh, great. Hello.
Bye.
You can't. I want a little monitor as well. You cannot see where the Sol is. The camera's staying up there this weekend. Usually we bring it down, but we're on different monitors this weekend in the comms box. Lap 2, Megan leads. I'm second. Oh, this is a familiar sight. 137, 141. Okay, so you've made that error, but I was 4 seconds a lap slower that lap time. Yeah, but you're going to make a mistake at some point, because as soon as I get near you, he's going to start running me off the track. In we go. Turned. Oh, no, I've gone straight on. Oh, no. I'll go to the left of the bollard. We all know how that is in a practice. Oh, damn. I hate this game. I hate this game. The physics are all wrong. That would not happen.
Oh.
That would not happen. I'm sorry. Even you're struggling. Mexico is a tricky track.
Ignore it.
All right. Mexico is a tricky, tricky track. Into the braking zone. Turn in. Down in second gear corner. Not third. Hold it down. Second gear. Don't go to first. Back on accelerator. Back on power. Control the wheel spin. This is tricky. Where have you gone?
Ignoring the fact that there's corners.
When don't you ignore the fact there's corners? Actually, I think this is the best I've ever done in the SE section. That was alright, actually. That was pretty decent. How are you already at the Forest Sol? How have I not caught you after doing the fastest sector 2?
Just lucky, I guess.
Are you even making note of the Forest Sol Stadium sector? No, you're not,
Nope.
are you? Thought not.
My goal is to win, Josh.
I don't even remember going through the Forest Sol section the last lap. My brain has edited it out. Final lap, lap 3. I'm catching you, and I will catch you, and I will pass you. And it's completely by-cutting turn 2. I'm sure all the viewers won't mind that. Need to catch her up. If she's cheating, so am I.
I always cheat. There's a difference. I rob for bank and Monopoly.
Yeah, we still don't like you for that.
I had to do what I had to do, Josh.
We tried to send you to prison, but you still collected £200.
No one even noticed.
What, that you were robbing the bank every time? You were taking 400 quid instead of 200 quid every time past go. I think we noticed when you put a hotel on Piccadilly. Ever since then, I take Piccadilly more seriously. Hello. No, you don't. That victory's mine, Megan. Oh!
Hi!
I knew you were going to do that. You're now kicking me. No, you don't. No, you don't. No, you don't. No!
Yes, I do!
No, you don't. Drag race to the line. Damn.
Yes!
How? Well, to be fair, you 360'd into my path. I could even hit you.
I had to do what I had to do.
So you could have just accelerated.
Yes, I planned to spin.
No, you didn't, did you?
I did.
No, because you would have got to the exit first. You just spun.
I had to make sure that you were distracted.
Right, sure.
You would have caught me on that final corner.
All right, fine, fair dues. Right, so it's 9-9 then after 18 races with
My
only,
mind-
4 to go?
My mind works in mysterious ways, Josh. And yes.
I just realised that we'll probably get into the end of the championship. Okay, this is going to be fast. Okay, there you go then. 9-9 after 18 races. Megan wins. So we're back to being level after I clawed back 2 race victories. Megan's clawed it back as well. Damn. Okay, fine. Okay, qualifying round around the corner then as well. 4 drivers have got penalties coming into the session. We'll tell you more about that when the session gets underway. We have a very special guest joining us in the commentary box as well for this qualifying hour as well. Adam Limridge as well from the Grid Network will be alongside myself and Megan for the qualifying for the 2021 Mexico City Grand Prix. That will be on the other side of Lap Attack on board with the Red Bull as we take a look at the Autodromo Hermanos Rodriguez. Let's take a look around the Autodromo Hermanos Rodriguez in Mexico, a 2.674-mile circuit, 17 turns in total with 3 DRS zones. Your top speed around this lap time over 175 miles an hour. On board with Max Verstappen in the Red Bull. Down, open the control line to start the lap. A long 900-meter run down towards turn number 1. You reach a maximum 8th gear at 347 kilometers an hour before slamming onto the brakes. 3rd gear, 120 kilometers an hour into the right, then the left, and the right again at turn 3. Exit power, 6th gear, 235 kilometers an hour, max it out to 320 kilometers, 8th gear for the braking zone for turn 4, 2nd gear, 105 kilometers an hour, double apex 4, 5 and 6, it all tightens up, 2nd gear, 90 kilometers an hour, down to 75 kilometers an hour, back on the power before he comes through the SE sections as well. 6th gear, down into 5th, 225, rising up, right the exit of these 2 corners as well. You're going to be doing 6th gear at 240 kilometers an hour. Open up the DRS as you head down towards the Forosol Stadium as well, before the Peraltada, heavy on the brakes, 3rd gear, 130 kilometers an hour, back on the accelerator, 2nd gear, 80 kilometers an hour as you pass between the 2 of the baseball stadium stands into the Peraltada now as well. Get back on the power and exit 4th gear, 190, right to the line, 8th gear, 305, and that is a lap of the Autodromo Hermanos Rodriguez here in Mexico, 2,000 meters above sea level. We are all set for what is going to be a fantastic qualifying hour. It's qualifying day in Mexico City. We had the Day of the Dead a few days ago, a big celebration. Right here, right now, it's time for yet another celebration. This time, who is going to get Juan Manuel Frangiro's classic helmet from the 1950s? The Autodromo Hermanos Rodriguez is located within the public park of the Magdalena area of Mexico. The stadium you're looking at right there is the Forosol Stadium, built in 1993 on the inside of the Peraltada corner as well. The Peraltada has changed dramatically over the years as well. It's a 2.674 mile circuit, a total elevation change here of just 2 meters. It's one of the flattest circuits we visit on the entire calendar, but at high altitude, it's the highest at 2,200 meters above sea level. 3 turns, 1, 2 and 3. The first corner always provide action zones. Verstappen and Hamilton made contact there several years ago. Verstappen is involved in every action zone you see here today. Turn 4, Ricciardo versus Vettel and Verstappen as well, another dramatic point of view, and down as well at turn 13 and 14 inside the Forosol Stadium. Verstappen and Bottas again making contact. Verstappen gets everywhere on this track. 3 tyre compounds to keep your eye on: the C2 hard tyre, the C3 medium and the C4 soft as well. Expect to see the soft and the medium, especially in this first session as well. So many drivers have penalties coming into this race as well. Adam Lemridge is standing by in the commentary box as well over there in America. Megan Birch right with us now while I set up Adam on the correct stream so that we can make sure we see him correctly as well. We've got Megan just alongside us in the box. Megan, this is going to be an interesting situation, an interesting qualifying session today as well, because we just don't know who's going to be on pole position.
It will be quite interesting, yeah. And right now, the person first in qualifying so far is Perez, even though we haven't started, but that's from last thing. Like, free practice, that's what it's called. I keep forgetting words today.
Yeah, free practice would be the next session as well.
It's like it just slipped my mind, which is odd since I've been writing a lot today and they shouldn't slip my mind.
Absolutely not. Right, Adam is about to join us in the commentary box, so I'll just make sure we're getting him A-OK ready up in the comms box as well. We're not going to lose out on any connections because he's agreed to come into the comms box for this session, as hopefully in just a split second we can introduce him. Hello, Adam. How are you today, my friend? Hopefully you're well.
I'm doing pretty good, Josh, and hi to Megan as well, and hi everyone watching. We saw an intense FP3, and now it's time for qualifying to see who can start on pole for this latest round of the FIA Formula One World Championship. It's gonna be a crucial race. Um, all I can say is the battle between Max Verstappen and Lewis Hamilton continues south of the border, and we could have a surprise in Checo Perez, Max Verstappen's teammate, started on pole, and if that happens, the entire country of Mexico will absolutely go nuts.
I completely agree with you, Adam. We're in for a very entertaining session. It looks like Sergio Perez is going to be starting on pole position. If we keep our fingers crossed really, really tightly, we're about 43 seconds away from the start of the first session as well. The championship is so close between them as well. We've got Verstappen just leading by 12 points to Lewis Hamilton, 287.5 to Lewis Hamilton, 275.5. That's only 11 points. So why it's 275 to 285? Yeah, I've got my numbers the one way round. It happens up here in the box. We've got access still to the race control channels as well. We've fixed that issue. It's taken a while. So we've got the world feed audio for the radio. We've got the pit lane channel as well. And Adam, you too will be able to hear everything we hear as well. Hopefully we're coming through a lot clearer than we usually are.
I'm coming in clear. And don't forget, we have Josh Plays on the Discord channel as well. And he'll provide us with any updates from pit lane. So I want to say hi to Josh Plays. Hopefully he can hear me okay. And it's about that time again. See, so we'll start on pole. For Mexico, for the Mexican Grand Prix. All eyes are on the intense battle between Sir Lewis Hamilton and Max Verstappen. But could we see Checo Perez on pole? What about Lewis Hamilton's teammate Valtteri Bottas? Could he shock the field? It's gonna be an intense qualifying session, and it's about time that cars get on track. So Josh, I'll throw it back to you over there in England, my friend.
Thank you, Adam. Green light is on. Qualifying one is underway at the Autodromo Hermanos Rodriguez as well. 18 minutes ahead of us, all 20 cars heading out there. However, we have got penalties to go through, and there is a lot of them. 5 drivers come into this qualifying.
Okay, that's green in 2, 1, and green, Nikki.
Latifi.
That's Latifi's radio.
So remember, focus on your brakes and then your lap procedure.
Hopefully you can hear that, Adam.
To 11, increase
I can hear that, Josh. Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Fantastic. So 5 drivers have the penalties. Yuki Tsunoda has a penalty to start from the back of the grid. He's taken a 4th turbocharger, 4th internal combustion engine, 4th heat sink, and 4th kinetic system as well. Lance Stroll also starting from the back of the grid. He's taken a 4th internal combustion engine, a 4th turbocharger, a 4th heat sink, and a 4th control electronic system. George Russell only has a 5-place grid penalty for a new gearbox. He changed it without completing 6 races. Lando Norris, a 4th of everything of internal combustion engine, turbocharger, and heatsink. Esteban Ocon, however, the biggest of the penalty on the list. Are you ready for this one, guys? He has taken a 4th internal combustion. That's Raikkonen. He's taken a 4th internal combustion engine, turbocharger, heatsink, kinetic energy, a 3rd energy store and control electronics, and record-breaking 9th exhaust system. I can't remember what it's 9 exhausts. Adam as well. They were going on in the pre-show. I don't know if you noticed about the climate control and cost control of Formula One. It seems like these new turbo cars, they're just causing more and more drama, more and more money.
Oh, yeah, it's called it. Don't forget, after this year, F1 debuts a brand new car for 2022. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens to these F1 cars from this year. I have no idea what'll happen. Maybe someone in the commentary will know. Maybe Josh Blaze over in Discord, he can help us out. But I mean, I don't know. I mean, next year is going to be a brand new year and all new cars, and it's going to, in one of the biggest schedules in F1 history, 23 races, and they crisscross the globe. It's going to be an interesting 2022 season.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
23 races is going to be a big one for everybody. Megan, you got something?
I worry that it's going to go into like Christmas time thing I really, really
Oh.
hope it doesn't. So
Well,
right
Megan,
now,
that's all.
there's
All
right
I
now
know
there's
is,
8.
I mean, you guys will be really busy as well. And like Josh and I were saying,
Yeah.
Memorial Day is going to be crazy for him because we had the Monaco Grand Prix in the morning, the Indy 500 in the afternoon, and
I think
the
we've
NASCAR Coca-Cola World
at the
600
end, yeah.
on Sunday night. So,
It didn't sound good to stop
if you're a
the
motorsports fan,
procedure in the middle.
it's like Christmas.
Okay, we will check that.
A few radio messages coming through there as we get
You're
our first
gonna be
times.
knackered.
I'm going to be knackered after that one, yeah.
I feel like you're just gonna it's gonna. You might have your Sunday dinner if you do have it. Maybe you'll have it on Monday, and you're just gonna go face first into it.
Yeah,
I just
it's-
have a feeling
It's going to
and
be...
a hope.
Oh, right, thanks, Max. Cars are heading out there on the track as well. We've had Raikkonen do a 1:19.108, Schumacher 1:21.524, Mazepin 1:22.270, Giovinazzi is on a lap time. Latifi's done a 1:31, so he's outside the 107% rule. But first of all, Megan, 5 cars having penalties. Admittedly, George Russell only has a 5 place, so if he gets through into qualifying 3, it won't affect him that much.
Yeah.
But these 4 cars as well that have to start at the back of the grid makes getting out of Q1 a bit pointless, doesn't it? Because the Haas cars who have qualified at the back of the
Don't
grid,
be crazy on this here.
that's
High
Mazepin now.
speed, slow speed everywhere.
Talk about
Understood,
hats.
understood.
Yeah, Mazepin's having problems out there. The 2 Haas cars, at worst, are going to qualify 14th and 15th on the grid, equaling their best. Schumacher's qualified 14th, Mazepin's 15th, so they're going to have again
Yeah, the
more
worst
bests.
is actually the best.
Yeah. Is it time we change that around and just give penalties to the teams instead of the drivers for qualifyings?
I'm not sure. I think penalties for the drivers itself should be more restricted to, actual races, because if you're just gonna say, oh yeah, penalty in qualifying, then the only way it's gonna just wreck their times is by going backwards on the grid. And it's, as we've seen from previous things, a driver can start last and go into either first or second.
Absolutely, as well. Adam, as well, we've talked about this many a times as the Mexican fans go wild as Checo Perez enters the stadium
Having to lean on
centre.
the front right a bit now through the higher speed.
That's Vettel on the radio.
And both rears.
So Perez starting his lap time. Adam, what do you think of the system that we've discussed previously where we could see the drivers who already have a penalty that are required to start from the back of the grid, they don't take part in qualifying? Is that a fair system?
Think it's called, for me, it's called, you're starting at the back anyway, so why qualify? I think it'd be a lot easier for them. You're starting in the back, so I don't think they should qualify. Make it easier on everybody else. I mean, you're going to start at the back after, I say, if you start in the back,
Oh, we've got a red flag.
there's a penalty.
We've got a red flag after a yellow
No,
in the
it's
third
sector 3.
sector. This must be down at the Forest Sol. No, instant red flag, and it's because we've got a huge accident.
It's a
for
Mercedes.
No, it's Lance Stroll. It's an Aston Martin.
Looks like a Mercedes, so very way too similar.
Yeah, we get this a lot. That's Lance Stroll at the
Ooh, he's taken
exit
everything off.
of the Peraltada. He's taken off the rear wing and the front right suspension, and it has brought out the red flag. It's
How's
on the
that
radio.
happened?
Yeah, okay.
How has that happened?
I don't know. That's a very unusual accident. Adam, I know you're looking over
It's
to have a look
straight
at
as
it.
well.
What do you think? That's very reminiscent of how Senna did it.
I think he could have lost it. He could have just lost it and hit the wall. We'll see what happens. We're really sad to see. Now, I mean, red flag like 5 minutes in already, and already in qualifying. It's pretty weird if you ask me.
Yeah.
And
Oh.
it,
Oh, so we said the same thing again. Lance Stroll is getting out of the car though, which is great to see.
I feel bad for the marshals because you know where most of the debris is? On
Where?
the grass.
Ugh.
That's
Yeah,
just
happy
like,
to go again on these tires.
you're just going to have to brush
Don't
the
you?
grass.
Okay, understood.
So red flag in qualifying. Lance Stroll will then start at the back of the grid. He already had a back of the grid penalty anyway. This is how he did it then. Coming out of the peloton, got on the marbles on the white line, drifted the car into the wall. The rear just got away from him completely. Now, wonder, offline is incredibly dusty. Yeah, look, he's got on the exit, lost control of the car, just drifted on the dust. And that's a very high-speed accident. And it looks like those also could be Tech Pro tyre damage as well. But the Armco barrier, the metal barrier, also looks damaged as well. And if that's done the gearbox, Stroll's just taken a brand new engine, turbocharger, heatsink and control electronics. It could be a bigger job for Aston Martin coming later on.
I tell you what, let's just be glad he didn't crash in the pit lane.
Yeah, the safety car's out there.
I'll agree with that, Megan. It's like, all I gotta say is, and
copy.
also,
Stroll lost it, exited last corner, went into the barrier. It's fine.
Okay, all good. That's okay. Back to you, Adam.
That's called. All I gotta say is, the Mexican Grand Prix. First time in 24 months we've had it, and after this we go to Interlagos in Brazil, and I think all three of us can agree that I think it'll be a Red Bull win again, and then we head over to the Middle East.
Yeah.
And Lewis Hamilton needs to get something going, otherwise Max Verstappen could run away with this title.
Yeah, 12.
Good.
And Red Bull could have the Constructors' Championship. I mean, Mercedes needs to do something.
Well, Mercedes lead the championship in the constructors, don't they? 460 to
By
437.
23 points.
Not that much in the grand scheme of constructors' championship.
I
We
worked
get what?
it out when I first saw
You get how many? 38? Is it for 1-2 in this championship? Yeah, thanks, Adam. So
For
yeah,
1-2,
it's gonna be good.
If you
25
have
plus
a
18. That's
if you have a, yeah, I'm gonna
38,
go
yeah,
with
yeah.
that is 35 plus 18. That is
You were-
43. Though if you have the fastest lap time in
44.
one of them, it is 44.
Well, how comical could that be if they get it on 44 as well? I'm thinking the other ones, aren't I?
Ooh.
So, Lance Stroll's car being recovered from the pit straight as well. If you're just joining us, we're under a red flag. If you're watching along with us as well on the TV pictures, this is why. Coming out of the Pelotada, just under acceleration as well. Fourth gear, 190 kilometers an hour. Gets on the dust on his rear left tyre and just drifts the car around into the wall. Knocks off the rear wing and suspension. How lucky it was that the wheel didn't actually dig underneath the car and flip over.
That's
the halo
where
would have
I
protected
spun.
them. Yeah.
On the
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm surprised too.
I knocked you.
Yeah, that is where you spun actually, so it's possible, yeah. Adam as well, you've been watching Formula One for ages now as well. Did you catch any of Mexico in the original run in the 90s as well?
Yeah, it's called. I did. I remember, back in the day they used to have Mexican Grand Prix. It was, I believe, it was toward the end of the season. So, all the, you think back to the days of Prost and Senna, and could we see another coming together between Lewis Hamilton and Max Verstappen in turn one tomorrow? It's like a drag. When all the green lights, when all the red lights go out, it's going to be a drag race into turn one, and it could be Calamity Corner.
We talked about it on the Grid Network show a couple of hours ago as well, exactly what it's going to be like at the start. Also, if Mercedes and Red Bull do take each other out, we talked about who could realistically take a shot at the race win. I said Lando Norris could take a shot at the win. Adam, would you like to tell the viewers what you thought? Who could take a victory?
I think it would be, to me, I think it'd be Daniel Ricciardo over at McLaren. We saw what happened at Monza.
Oh, yeah, we just sorry. Thought we had some radio coming through.
We saw what happened at Monza. Between Max Verstappen and Lewis Hamilton, and Ricciardo took advantage. So, could we see it again? Sure. And Ricciardo could take advantage again and do another shoey.
Oh, I do love a shoey, although it won't work as I'm wearing sandals at the moment, so I can't really do a good. In fact, the shoe would be impossible wearing sandals. So
It is impossible.
Ted Kravitz has the right idea. Megan, if Danny Ricciardo, former pole sitter at this track as well, he likes the way Mexico runs, but
It'd be good for him to win.
He's been having an up and down season. He had the high in Monza, but he's just sort of crashed ever since then. He was off the pace in Russia, then in Turkey and America. Can he pick himself up in Mexico? He's P11 at the moment.
I mean, hopefully, though I kind of hope that if everyone crashes out, then Norris will take the win, because it would be nice for him to have that back. Though, I was just thinking to myself, do you remember before qualifying started, I said, oh, let's hope that we finish early for this. And I was like, this.
Yeah, red flag.
And also, do you know when you were writing out the red flag thing?
Yeah.
I didn't see you write out the yellow one at all. When I looked over, I saw you writing the red one, and for some reason I have a feeling my gut that's going to be used today.
Well, I realised as well that the hotkeys were in the wrong place for the graphics because we changed the names around, so we had to adjust that quickly as well. But they're all just waiting now and just sort of sitting to see what's going to happen next. Adam, at least it's not a 4.5-hour delay for no reason. In fact, Michael Masi, if you just put your head round the other way, Adam, and take a look, Michael Masi's actually going there, hand inspecting the Tech Pro barrier, giving it a little kick. You didn't see Charlie Whiting doing that. That's actually good from Michael Masi. He's quite hands-on at the moment, isn't he?
Yeah, it's called Charlie Whiting. Has been around Formula One for, it seems like forever. And, the same with Michael Masi. I mean, hopefully we can get the qualifying section back underway, as soon as possible. But, that Armco barrier, it may take a while, to repair. So I guess we'll just have to sit and wait.
Well, Adam, at least you get to experience the commentator's nightmare of having a delay.
Yeah.
Although, mainly for America, it's rain delays, isn't it? Because of NASCAR.
Yes, it's rain delays. Yeah, it's rain delays. Trust me, those aren't fun either. But, you do what you gotta do, I guess.
Yeah, I completely get you as well. We've had a very long rain delay this year, so red flags sort of haunt me right now as well.
I really hope it's not as long, though, for this, because remember, we do have to do something after this.
Well, you do, I might not. I think after this session I'm going for a very long lay down, or maybe a nice hot bubbly bath. That might be nice as well.
You're not doing the second one, you're going to watch Home Alone 2.
Lost in New York as well. That's a great film.
That's the plan.
It's called, I've seen that movie, and it's called, that has to be one of my favorite Home Alone movies of all time, I mean, hey, it is right on Christmas time, and, that'll go down as one of the greatest Christmas movies of all time.
It is.
So,
there's a new one,
Yeah, Megan. Yeah. But you can't go wrong with the classics.
Yeah, you can't.
Yeah.
I agree there. We all agree. I think there's only 2 Home Alone films, personally.
Yeah. So in my mind, there's about to be a third, because you can't ignore the fact that Buzz is in it.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah.
So, to be fair, you can't ignore that
one.
one.
The same universe, at least.
There's a lap recap going on the screen right now. Charles Leclerc just into turn number 1 as well. I think he's getting a toe off of Carlos Sainz just ahead of him on a slowdown lap, but Leclerc currently is the fastest driver, 1:17.991. I can't believe Kobe is being proved right with these questions from the Grid Network. He said Ferrari had an upgraded power unit and they could be quite quick here. I sort of dismissed it and said maybe McLaren would be still quicker. Ferrari top and Sainz third. So
I can't believe that
good.
Alfa Romeo's in 4th and 5th, and that Mercedes are in 18th and 19th.
That's a decent time.
Yeah. It's like, for me, it's called, we saw a minute 17 lap in FP3. I wonder if someone will drop into the 1 minute 16 seconds, for qualifying. I think the Red Bulls and Mercedes, both of them have a shot to do that. I'm surprised we didn't see that in FP3.
Brad asking, who are you, Adam? I'll take that as well. Adam is a fellow pundit on the Grid Network as well, our American colleagues as well. And me, Adam, Kobe, Ben, and of course our fearsome leader, Joe, take you through all of the action from across motorsport as well. We've already had our preview show today, but tomorrow will be a special one as well. I feel like I should wear a suit and a tie tomorrow because we've crowned the NASCAR champion.
actually, for those of you who don't know, it's NASCAR's championship weekend, and tomorrow the NASCAR Cup Series is having their season finale, and it's between Kyle Larson and Chase Elliott at Hendrick Motorsports, and then Denny Hamlin and Martin Truex Jr. over at Joe Gibbs Racing. So Kyle Larson is the ultimate favorite. 9 wins this season. He's leading the championship right now. So it's the first driver among those 4 to cross the finish line tomorrow who will be declared the champion. So it's always an intense battle in the Valley of the Sun at Phoenix Raceway in Arizona. So be sure to come join us 90 minutes after the Cup race on the Grid Network wrap-up show. We'll also be talking about the Formula One race here in Mexico, MotoGP race. Pego Bagnaia is on pole there. And we also have the Repco Australian Supercar Series is continuing after a 106-day absence because of the pandemic down under. So be sure to watch all the action on our Grid Network YouTube channel tomorrow, and it's gonna be a fabulous show.
It really is. I'm looking forward to it so much as well. I forgot to tell you, Megan, by the way, that Pepper Bagnaia is on pole position in MotoGP.
Of course you forget to tell me. Wait,
yeah.
Do we have to see MotoGP? Is MotoGP on tomorrow?
Yes.
Okay, so remind me to wake up really early because I still got to do the sampling thing in psychology.
I'll remind you as well. I think Josh Plays wanted to say something. I'm not too sure. Josh, if you wanted to say something, by the way, just tell me in the YouTube chat and I'll take you over and throw you over. Josh is at Race Control in our pit lane area as well to give us all the information. I've made it, Adam, so that you will be able to hear him as well. Hopefully coming through.
Thank you, Josh. I appreciate that, my friend.
No worries. As we're still waiting at the moment for this as well. The red flag has now been out for around about, I think, 12 minutes? 12 minutes we're being told right now since that red flag got called. Yeah, 12 minutes coming up on 13 now. So they're repairing the Tech Pro barrier. I saw while you and Megan were talking at him as well, the 9 sets of individual Tech Pro barrier. They are changing it over as well. And just quickly, I'm going to have to send you away for a second, Adam. Don't worry, you're still there because I've just gone to the YouTube chat because Cluckiest Hams has said, is that a Holden poster in the background?
Yes, it is. It sure is. It is a Holden poster in the background here. I am a fan of the Australian supercars, and I have friends in Australia who have sent me stuff. So, yeah, I have a lot of posters from the Repco Australia Supercar Series, and here in my bedroom, obviously. So yeah, it's called. I've been a fan of that series for a long time. I'm an overall motorsports fan, so yeah. I've been watching motorsports ever since I was a little kid, so
I think hands down, you've got a better setup than we have for a backdrop. We've just got 3 flags.
No, it's called. I like the checkered flag. It's called.
Oh, thank you.
It reminds me of a commentary box over there in England.
Well, I don't know. I think I've sent you photos of what the box is. I thought so. Yeah.
I've seen it on your Instagram. So yeah, and I liked all the fireworks that I saw last night.
Yeah.
Actually, Thursday here in the United States, it's Veterans Day, so it's a day where we honor the men and women who have fought for our country in wars. So I know it's a very special time for you guys over there in England. Everyone's wearing their poppies. I see yours, Josh.
I'm gonna go get mine.
Yes, go get yours, Megan.
I told her just before. If you're probably watching Adam and everything, I told you I just noticed. Yeah, she's told me to shut up now. We've got news coming from the pit lane as well, and I've just binged in the chat, so hopefully as well Josh can say. Josh, can you hear me? You're down in pit lane. What have you got for us? He asked the Daleks. A bit silent. Hopefully, I can't hear you, Josh, at the moment. Nope, nothing coming through at the moment. So I'll come back to you, Adam, while Josh gets his mic fixed as well. Long delay here while they try and repair the track barriers. When the session restarts, do you think we'll see immediate running? Because there's still another 10 minutes to go in the session.
I think we will. You know, because everyone wants to, you know, see how the track is after this long red flag delay. So I think, yeah, we will see cars on track, you know, when they get the barrier fixed.
Apparently it's my end issue, so I'm going to switch over from one machine to the other. So bear with us there, Josh, and I'll get it sorted. Must be my end issue. So I'll switch to you on the iPad. A 5-minute signal will be given before Q1 resumes because they are desperately trying to repair that Tech Pro barrier to make sure it's secure enough, because it's a concrete wall running alongside it, and of course we don't want anybody hitting that at this current moment. So an extreme delay to qualifying, which just rubs salt in the wound. And Adam, you've picked the correct session to come into for that one.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, it's called, you know, we did have fun with free practice 3 a couple weeks ago for the U.S. Grand Prix. So, you know, I don't mind a long delay, you know, for qualifying. All I know is I believe it'll be a Red Bull front row and then Mercedes in the second row.
Absolutely. I agree with you there, actually, as I think we've just got access to the Discord again on my iPad, which is great news. Megan is now wearing her poppy. If you come over here.
Hey,
Still green.
Yes, but I can
Still
see
not
it.
There we go. Lovely
Looks
poppy.
nice, Megan.
Yeah.
Have you put a pin in that? What's it being held on with? A pin?
Pin.
Oh my God, be careful.
All right, Megan, go.
I don't have anything other than a pin to hold this in. Though, if I accidentally stab myself, then it'll just be payback for me slightly laughing at Noemi doing that.
Right, I think we're about to hear.
It's fine, it's fair.
Right, okay. Hopefully now we can see, if I click that as well.
I hear noises.
Josh, can you hear me over there on the Discord channel? We can. What's the news from the pit lane, Josh?
There's a being repaired quickly from what I can see, and also a 5-minute warning will be given before Q1 resumes. Just under 11 minutes until the checkered flag once we get underway, and Matty is currently inspecting the barriers as you saw on the TV pictures.
Excellent. Thanks, Josh, as well. Josh, just quickly as well, with the clear at the top at the moment, and with now we know 5 drivers starting from the back of the grid, George Russell has that penalty. Do you see maximum disruption coming in the grid coming up for the race tomorrow?
I do see some mass disruption in the race.
Excellent. Thanks, Josh. Keep across that. If you need us, send us another message. And we'll come back on. Thanks, Josh.
Okay, you're welcome.
Josh plays there over at Race Control down as the pit lane for us. Megan.
Not to sound impatient about the timings, though, when are they going to put the green flag back?
I don't know. It's taken a long
Good
time.
question, Megan. I wish I knew. Too, but it's not up to us. It's up
I can
the
fly
officials,
over to
so-
Mexico City if you want. By the time I get there, it'll probably still be red.
Adam's closer. Adam, how far away are you from Mexico? That's the question, because you're over there in the States.
It's called. I'm about probably a day's. It's called. I could fly to Mexico from where I live here in North Carolina in the United States. So it's like called. I know I could fly there. Driving would probably take at least a couple days.
So okay, Megan, you definitely won't get there in time. Don't think Adam would either. So I think we need someone in Mexico.
No.
We can ring people.
Yeah, we need. Session will restart at 14:33. So in 5 minutes' time.
I have a friend whose friend is in Mexico.
That'll do. Give him a ring.
Yeah. All I know. So all I'll say is do you guys think that Checo will start on pole for the Mexican Grand Prix tomorrow?
Hopefully, either that or Bottas.
I think Perez.
Good pick, Megan. Good pick. I think it'll be. I think if it's not Checo, it's got to be Max Verstappen. You know, we saw what he did in FP2, so.
I'd definitely go with it's going to be Sergio Perez. Although, as you both say, Bottas is a good pick after what he did in free practice too. Verstappen also did it. I did actually say in the Grid Network show the fact that Verstappen topped FP1, Bottas topped FP2, and for Perez top FP3 would just make everything more confusing. It happened.
You watch Hamilton tops this.
If Hamilton tops Q1, then we're really in for an interesting session. Because it'll just be a mystery guess. Reminder, 4 cars starting at the back of the grid that are going to have maximum disruption for this qualifying. Yuki Tsunoda, Lance Stroll, Lando Norris and Esteban Ocon. George Russell has a 5-place grid penalty. So I think this is going to be like Monza in 2017. No, not one car is going to be in the correct position on the grid, bar the pole sitter.
Exactly. All I got to say is I think it's going to be crazy tomorrow going into turn 1. You have a 900-meter, front stretch, and it's like as soon as lights go out, it's like you're in 8th gear, top speed, and then you gotta brake as fast as you can, otherwise you're going straight. And I don't think many people would like that.
I'm not sure they would either, thinking about it, actually. I'd rather keep both wheels on the track and all 4 wheels actually on the track. I've been doing too much MotoGP over the jump at the back half of the track today with 2 wheels. Jack Miller going flying at the end of qualifying was quite a highlight. But I'm hoping all 4 wheels stay planted on the track, because I think this is going to be a race where we're at altitude, so the engine strength is going to be something. Red flag incident involving car 7 Kimi Raikkonen will be investigated after the session. So
what did he do?
I think Raikkonen has gone faster under a red flag. So I don't think he's realised there's a red flag, and he's just gone for it and accelerated again.
An odd thing to do.
That's bizarre. We've seen that a couple of years ago. I can't remember who it was. That we had a red flag because someone was going too fast. I think it was Lewis Hamilton, actually.
Yeah, I think you're right, Josh.
Yeah.
I think it was Lewis Hamilton. I can't remember the year, though.
No, I can't.
It's either Lewis or...
It was Lando, wasn't it, earlier on this year? That's another one.
That's right. That's right, Josh.
Yeah, I was thinking Lando.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, so...
Lando did it in Azerbaijan earlier on this year. Well, that was a different thing. He went past the pit lane, didn't he? Did an extra lap. That was the last
did
person.
it as well.
Yeah, a couple of drivers have done it. Tell you what, though, it'll be interesting to note if anybody's found that on Twitter as well. If you do know, put it in the comments. Cluckiest Townsend said, what caused the red flag? The red flag was caused by Lance Stroll going off at the last corner, just getting his rear left tyres on the dust on the exit of the runoff area and just spinning and drifting into the wall. The track, of course, hasn't been used since Formula E raced here just before the pandemic. I think Formula E finished their race, and the next week the world went into lockdown.
Yeah, that's right, Josh. That's right. So it's called. And, I believe the garages, like you were saying, were used for hospitals, for patients that had COVID-19. So, at least we can say the world's getting back to, I guess it's, the new normal. I'm glad Formula One's able to.
Ooh. Adam, take a look around. Adam, look behind you, because we've seen what happened to Kimi Raikkonen. The red flag, the red flag came out, but he darted into the pit lane and then decided to go out of the pit lane. So he did exactly what Lando Norris did in Azerbaijan. He committed to the pit lane and then exited the pit lane.
I think he was thinking on the track of, I'm just going to check if Lance is all right.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, Adam. When that happened to Lando Norris, he got a 5-place grid penalty.
Yes, he did. Yes, he sure did, Josh. That is absolutely correct. So,
add it to the list.
You have space for one more.
And we need some weaving in the outlap. High-speed weaving for the fronts.
That's
good
Tsunoda.
braking if you can.
Okay, so the session's going to restart in 23 seconds' time. Yeah, you're right, Adam. Yeah, absolutely, Adam, as well. Josh has got info. Josh will come to you in a few moments' time after the session restarts in 12 seconds. We've been under a red flag for quite a while.
Too long.
Around about 23 minutes. It's time to get the session restarted. The green light is on and qualifying resumes for the 2021 Mexico City Grand Prix. Cars immediately head out of the pit lane in a 2x2 formation start. So the two Haas cars alongside the two Williams cars as well. Mazepin and Schumacher on the outside. Russell ahead of Latifi as well as they all charge out to try and get track position. That was a Grand Prix start and a half as they all hurtle out there as well. Adam as well, you were right with what I asked and what you responded with. They've immediately gone out there to try and get some track temperature.
Oh yeah, it's called and I know everyone wants to get as fast as they can because you know the session's almost done. So
we might have another sorry, Adam, we might have another red flag. Carlos Sainz has got no drive.
Don't you dare, Carlos. Don't you dare.
Sainz has got no drive. He's stuck in neutral. I did see him select first gear, but he's going very slowly down the Recta Principal towards turn 1, the SS Museo Solana corners. And he's on the radio now.
No power, no power. You need to rev up, revs up. Wait phase, try a wait phase. You need to rev up.
Yeah, he's stuck in neutral.
Neutral. Nothing.
Vamos.
Yeah, he is stuck in neutral. Oh, he's got it going. Oh, they've done a reset, and I think he's got going because he just had a blitz of power.
Yeah, you better go.
Let's leave enough space.
That's Raikkonen saying leave enough space.
Yeah, understood.
This is gonna be that slow otherwise.
So,
Yeah.
Raikkonen's finishing radio now. Adam, nervous moments there for Sainz as well.
Yeah, it's called. Hopefully, Carlos Sainz is able, to have, have a qualifying lap because with all these drivers having grid penalties, he could easily into Q2 and who knows for Q3.
Absolutely, let's hope for Q3. Josh Plays has got news for us from the pits. Josh, if you can hear us, what's the news from the pit lane as the cars start their lap times? Oh, can you hear me, Josh? Oh, you might.
Yep,
Yeah, go on.
I can. No idea what Gasly was doing in the car. Literally just chilling.
Yeah, I was wondering about that. He just had his hands up in the air. It's like he was praying.
We are in Mexico.
The info on Raikkonen before the replay was the stewards were going to look at his lap time there and see whether he flowed sufficiently under the red flags. But after the replays show that the Finn did slow under a wave yellow before pulling into the pits and then cross back over the entry curves and heading back onto the track. That's going to be an interesting one to judge.
Okay, thanks, Josh. We'll get back in touch with you later. Thanks for that. Keep it up.
I think if Gasly was praying, it's working since he's just gone top with a 1:17.746.
Yeah, so the time's already coming through.
Quick lap. I think we will see a driver in the 1 minute 16 seconds. I believe it'll come from one of the Red Bulls. I think it'll be Checo.
You can see already on the driver tracker just alongside us as well the amount of action.
Charge if you can, full pedal for recharge if you can.
So that's Ricardo saying he wants full recharge. Hamilton goes top, 1:17.576. Bottas is just behind him on his lap time, does a 1:17.516, 0.060. The difference. Verstappen, however, fastest in the first two sectors. That is insanely close, Adam, between the two Mercedes teammates.
Yes, it is, and I believe. Here comes Max Verstappen. I believe he'll knock off the Mercedes drivers and go up top in P1.
Verstappen is... Oh, Perez goes top. Mexico cheers all the way around.
Wait.
Mexican hat dance.
Listen, you can listen to the crowd. Norris goes P3. Verstappen goes top. That's not by 3 seconds. Surely that's an error. It's by 0.6. It's a 1:16.788. 6 tenths faster.
You got it.
Fantastic lap there for Max Verstappen. And this is Lewis Hamilton. On a replay, has he cut the corner at turn 2?
Something I didn't do in the qualifying thing.
Set the others. Set the other tyres.
Oh, Hamilton's locked up into the far stall, and he's asking over the radio for some new tyres. So that's him pretty much done, dusted.
I would say no.
For that one?
I would say no if I was Bono.
He's
I'd be
done
like, no.
He's down in P5 though, so that was a terrible lap time for Hamilton. He's been displaced by everybody as well.
Still, if I was Bono, and Hamilton asked, "Oh, can I have new tyres?" I locked up and went over a curb. I'd just be like, ha, keep moving, unless those tyres are degrading at the speed of light, and you can literally see pieces of them going off. You're not having new tyres.
Only taken pole position once here in Mexico,
race.
Lewis Hamilton, back in 2016. He started from the front row, though, twice. 15 and 16, obviously. He started second alongside Nico Rosberg in 2015. Mexico is cheering, Adam, for Sergio Perez. Does any of that love for Checo spill over to America without there being an American driver?
There is a lot of support for Checo here in America. So I believe, Mexico's going crazy. Partly the American Southwest is going crazy as well, and I still can't believe that just a couple weeks ago we had overall weekend of 400,000 people at the United States Grand Prix in Austin, Texas. And next year we're going to have the Miami Grand Prix, and I don't know if you've seen ticket prices.
Yes.
But it ain't going to be cheap, to go down there.
It is looking very expensive Grand Prix as well. But if they want to add a third race in America, looking like it could be Las Vegas, I would much rather see a race at Indianapolis once again, because I think Indianapolis would work right now with how popular Formula One is in America.
Yes.
We think we're okay.
Go on, Adam. I've muted that. Go on.
It's the house of speed. I mean, Formula One has hosted the United States Grand Prix at the historic Indianapolis Motor Speedway before, but we all know what happened last time F1 race there. The big tire debacle. But I believe the fans would come and the stands would be packed.
Absolutely. I want them to open it all up. All of them. They're 400,000. We can easily get into Indianapolis, maybe even twice over. Just turn it off for a second, because we've got some chat coming through as well. Clucky Sam says, was 2016 Brazil, I believe, was the last time we had a red flag incident with this as well, with Tech Pro being damaged, and also the red flag incident for Lewis Hamilton. Causing that drama. I do remember that now you say that, so thank you for that. Also, scientists 2 seconds.
Tends to him, main loss is the braking for
That's
turn
Hamilton's
1
radio.
and turn 13.
As Alonso comes through to complete a lap time, P13.
Braking for 1 and 13.
Yeah, copy, just with the pinches that you had.
Hamilton going quite well there, but Cluckerstown says Sainz's car was stolen from his hotel overnight. That's what I call a car loss. Oh, the puns are immediately out there. Beth says made it just in time to hear Megan go off about her driver. And Beth asked you, Adam, as well, did you go to Austin, Texas as well?
No, I didn't. I wish I had. Beth, since you lived there in Australia, you probably know about the Australian Repco Supercar Series. Well, they were in Austin, Texas a couple years ago. So one day I'd like to go to Austin, Texas, to sort of the Americas, and maybe see a Formula One race there, NASCAR race there, just to say I've been at one of the top road courses here in the United States and across the world. It's
a fantastic
incredible.
Second, yeah. The atmosphere we had 2 weeks ago as well in America, I'd never seen a race like that. Not even the British Grand Prix at Silverstone. It was packed, and I felt excited going into that race weekend as well. We talked about it in FP3, didn't we? The energy and the atmosphere was off the charts, and it's a similar feeling here in Mexico.
Oh yeah. It's, the Mexican F1 fans have waited 24 months for this, and, and they know how to party down there too, just like we do here in America.
The Sol Stadium is absolutely packed out, and we can see fans with popcorn and beer as well. And I can see someone wearing a Cheeto hat, so Megan, you're happy already. Yes. 1 minute 30 seconds to go in this opening qualifying session.
If it helps, we have popcorn in the house.
Oh, very nice. Nikita Mazepin has been on the radio complaining about something. Let's take a listen. Oh, it's been replaced by Lando Norris, so let's hear from Mazepin once again.
It's overtaken because he's not too slow.
Negative, stay behind,
oh.
please.
You having a laugh?
I'm not having a laugh, Nikita. If you want to make a space now, make a space now.
That is Nikita Mazepin asking Haas he needs to overtake Mick Schumacher. Haas denying that request. Mazepin saying, are you having a laugh? And then Günther Steiner coming over saying, no, or not having a laugh, Nikita.
Why does he need to overtake him? It's not a race.
Adam, the tension... Yeah, go on.
Megan.
Yeah, Adam, the tension's been bubbling all year between these two, with Schumacher and Mazepin. Mazepin was quick in Formula 2, but he just hasn't shown any of that enthusiastic driving this year.
It's kind of sad, you know, the only Haas F1 is based here in the United States, and they haven't really done anything this year. They're like the only really backmarker team, and it's like,
yeah.
We'll see what happens in 2022.
Sainz goes P5. 10 seconds left on the board then. Time to get those last laps in. I think Sainz has backed out of it. We're now watching Nikita Mazepin, as we were just talking about him, sliding through the Fossol Stadium, coming through the Perotada. Checkered flag is out then. Who takes the first drop zone in qualifying? Mazepin crosses the line, goes P17, one of his highest qualifying finishes without anybody taking a grid penalty. Tsunoda goes P5. That's maximum disruption then to the grid because he has got a penalty start at the back anyway. Latifi misses out on a Q2 appearance once again. He goes P16. Gasly goes second fastest to 1:16.908 as well. That is a great time from Gasly. Here comes Russell now as well. Mr. Saturday, Charles Leclerc rockets to the top. 1:16.748. Leclerc and Ferrari on a roll here. Russell goes P12. That gets him into qualifying 2. Crucial. He's only got a 5-place grid penalty. Raikkonen goes through. Raikkonen gets it through. That is a fantastic time for the Alfa Romeo in a season where they've struggled to get out of qualifying 1.
Vettel.
They've smashed it. Vettel goes 8th. Bottas takes the top. 1:16.727. And that was an energetic qualifying. Alonso and Mick Schumacher and still on the lap times. Alonso's backed out of it. He's out of qualifying. And I'm looking at Schumacher. He too is out of qualifying. So it's Alonso, Latifi, Schumacher, Mazepin and Stroll, the first 5 cars eliminated. But from that, only Stroll was the driver, I think, to take a grid penalty. So maximum disruption guaranteed for the grid. How about that then, Adam? What an end to the session.
Kimi Räikkönen, the Iceman, comes through one more time, and really shocking. I don't think anyone expected that, especially the year, like you're saying, Josh, the Alfa Romeo really hasn't done much, and look at Kimi Räikkönen go.
I am just happy that Bottas is first, even though it's not a pole. It just shows that he really, really does have the pace.
45.
Yes, he does.
Yeah, man, that was really nice. That was a good lap, dude.
Sadly for Nikita Mazepin.
Nikita Mazepin as well, not happy that he's P19 overall. What was going to be his best qualifying results without anybody taking a grid penalty goes to where he usually is, but he'll still start maximum P14th or 15th on the grid because of everyone having disruptions, although Latifi will be higher than him on the grid. So let's just quickly go to the group chat to go what was happening as well. Beth saying as well, Adam, are you a NASCAR fan? They used to show it almost live in Australia for 2 seasons.
Yes, I am. Yeah, yes, I am, Beth. I am a NASCAR fan. I know about Marcus Ambrose competing over here in NASCAR after, after him racing in the Australian V8 Supercar Series. So yeah, I am a NASCAR fan. I have been to NASCAR races in the past. So actually, I was at the NASCAR Xfinity Series race on Memorial Day weekend. My mom and I were there. So yeah, I have been to a lot of NASCAR races. Actually, I've been watching NASCAR since I was a little kid. So yeah, I am a NASCAR fan, Beth. So keep the comments coming, guys. I really appreciate it.
Keep them coming indeed. Megan, could you run us through the order, please, at the end of Q1?
Right. Oh, first of all, Josh Players says that Q2 to start at, local time for them.
That's 20.
2:51. And it's though for me and Josh, it'll just be, oh, it's just in 3 minutes. I'm just going to say 3 minutes because that's just universal.
Yeah, just trying to get this actually sorted as to how much, because I can't work out what to do here because I'm trying to add the time together and it's not working greatly.
Well, the grid.
Well, hang on, sorry, Megan, a 15-minute session and it starts then. Would that be, what time would that be then? It would be 15:60? No, that can't be right. 15:06. 15:06.
Yeah.
Okay, that doesn't seem that long
Then
of a
it's
session.
a usual 5-minute wait after that, so that's 15:11, and then there's usually a 12 after that, so that's 15:23.
So the session, yeah, okay, that's worked out correctly. So we've just added the timing graphics back, you see, for Q2. And also, Beth says as well, I hope to go to Talladega one day as well. I hope that's a brilliant one.
I've been to Talladega, Beth. It's called it. It may be an expensive race to go to, but I can say if you watched it on TV over there in Australia, it's just as crazy in person. It's loud, it's awesome, and you know it. I mean,
it's brilliant.
If you never get a chance to go to Daytona, you need to go at least go to Talladega. I believe we've had some people from Australia come over here and watch some of the races over here. I believe we've had Supercars commentator Chad Nalon come over here. We've had Matt Nolte come over here from Australia. So Australians do love American motorsports, and I know how much they love motorsports in general across the world. So, yeah, Talladega is one cool track to visit.
Absolutely, and I love Talladega personally. I made a point of watching that race of NASCAR as well all those weeks ago. Beth also says, well, what's going on all of a sudden? Has Gio's spot been sorted yet? No, it hasn't, not yet. It looks likely that he might actually stay in Formula One because they can't get a driver to replace him now that the Andretti deal has stalled. We talked about that in FP1.
Yeah, I'm kind of sad about that, though, but
yeah, I agree with you there, actually. I was really hoping for the Andretti team to come in. Josh Play says, what a session. Beth saying Ambrose smashed those non-oval circuits as well. That's true.
Yes, he did. He sure did, Beth. He is an accomplished road racer coming from Tasmania. So, yeah, I believe his first career NASCAR win came at historic Watkins Glen International Circuit in New York. So yeah, Marcus Ambrose is a highly successful road racer. So, I enjoyed him being in NASCAR. I enjoyed him racing down under in Australia too. So maybe one day Marcus Ambrose will come back and race over here.
Beth saying,
depends on his schedule, I guess.
Beth saying, wow, you're all over it, Adam. Green light.
Thank you, Beth. It's called. I appreciate that. I'm an overall motorsports fan. Actually I've been watching since I was in diapers.
Same, actually.
I will tell a story that my mom, actually, I'll tell a story that NASCAR hooked my mom. She watched the original 1979 Daytona 500 on CBS Sports when it was broadcast for the first time ever on live television. So my mom is a huge NASCAR fan. So she's been watching NASCAR racing as long as me. So.
It's fantastic. Yeah. I think we met your mum, didn't we?
Yes, Carl.
Yes, I thought so.
You met my mom. It's called.
I thought we did, yeah.
A couple times. Yeah, it's called. And I know, Megan, you're are you an all-around motorsports fan too?
Yeah. There was actually a family video when I was about 6 weeks old, and it has Joshua commentating at 6 years old in the background with me crying. Because he kind of woke me up.
Yeah, I woke her up. My mistake.
I
think
it was a race like the week after.
Is there a overall race that you've always wanted to go to that you watched on TV before?
Well, I think I've always wanted to go to Monaco.
Good call. It's called. Yeah. I actually have friends who live in Tasmania, and actually one year they went over there to the Monaco Grand Prix. So yeah, it's called. For me, I've always wanted to come over to England and go watch the British Grand Prix at Silverstone or.
It's an event like no other.
You guys probably know about the British Rallycross Championship.
Yeah,
how popular that is.
Yeah.
So I do love watching British motorsports. I've been watching, Nigel Mansell, Damon Hill, Frank Williams. I mean, I know how popular motorsports is over there in England. So, I mean, and who can forget Sir Jackie Stewart, one of the greatest Formula One drivers in history. So, yeah, I know my world motorsports too.
Green light is on. Qualifying 2 is underway as well. The drivers on their first lap times at the moment as well. Perez and Verstappen out there as well. Got info from Josh Plays as well as in the pit lane. Josh, what have you got for us?
Get ready to take loads of info in. Lance sustained a 12G impact, has had precautionary checks, all his vital signs and x-rays are normal. The FIA have confirmed that there is no requirement for further medical checks. And Lance Stroll has said, it's a bit of a shame. I would have liked to go through Q1 and see how the track was developed. And Q1 pit exit incident involving cars 63 and 6 will be investigated after the session.
So that's Russell and Latifi. Interesting. Thank you, Josh.
Teammates.
Keep up with it. I'll be back later on just to send an info chat and we'll be there.
Awesome.
Josh is in the pit lane as the first times come on the board. It was Perez on top with a 1:17.034, but Verstappen's just crossed the line to go fastest on a 1:16.483. Leclerc goes P2, 1:17.034 as a giant fly attacks my microphone shield as they come across as well. Good times there, but I think
why you're doing that.
Yeah, Bottas goes P2, 1:16.955. Hamilton goes P2 as well now, 1:16.499. So him and Verstappen separated by 16 thousandths of a second at the moment as well. Another brilliant call. Ricciardo goes up into P6. That's a strong time there, Adam, from a driver who we were sort of writing off nearly all weekend.
Yeah, it's called never count out Daniel Ricciardo in that McLaren. Oh no, it doesn't matter what track it is. He always finds a way. At least.
2 seconds for Verstappen.
Q2 or even Q3.
I think the way I hit the curb in turn 2.
Okay, understood.
Verstappen asking the team to check the front left because of the way he hit turn 2. But yeah, completely agree with you, Adam, as well. It's nice to see Ricciardo up there after we've been writing him off. Good to have the energy back in the action. 10 minutes to go. No red flag, so we can get on with it now. Cluckiest Tam says as well, just take off the chat a second, Daytona, Le Mans, Bathurst, Suzuka, Hockenheim, Monza and Snetterton, my favourite racetracks. I've done Snetterton, and honestly, it is one of the strangest British tracks I've ever been to, but it is so much fun. The amount of history they've got there.
Did you get sunburned?
Although my personal favourite wasn't actually Silverstone. My personal favourite track was Barcelona. I spent 4 days testing there, 8 days in Barcelona for pre-season testing in 2019. I absolutely loved it. Trying my best to get back there for the first test next year.
I've never been to a race.
Well, that's my fault.
Megan, you need to go. I mean, you need to go to a race sometime. I mean, it is. I mean, if you watch on TV, it's really cool to be trackside. I've been to a lot of NASCAR races, so it's like maybe one day you and your brother can come over here to watch a NASCAR race with me.
I'm going.
I'm gonna have to be very on the ball with it though, because
really cool,
I do plan on traveling.
Hopefully one day y'all can come over here and come join me.
I'm going over there, don't worry. We'll got that Grid Network planned meetup hopefully soon.
When I eventually finish university many years from now, 6 years from now, so when I'm your age, me and Noemi plan to go around a load of places.
Oh great, I'll have backup comms then.
Noemi said, I want to go to America, that's one of the stops.
Oh well, there we go.
I was just like,
go NASCAR.
Okay then.
Come on, Megan. It's called, you're always welcome here.
Yeah. I've got to get quite a lot of travel and seeing places out the way before like I go into the police, because I imagine I won't have much time then.
No, probably not. Times come on the board. Sonoda's gone P3 as well on the decks. That's great. Colour Science coming to the line now as well. It goes P8. Raikkonen, Giovinazzi, Ocon, Russell and Vettel in the drop zone. That's disappointing to see Vettel in the drop zone. He has the quite a good record here at this circuit. He's finished as runner-up in each of the last 2 Grand Prix here. Yet to win at this circuit, but has finished in the top 5 in all of the last 4 races here. So he's got a good record here, and I'm hoping he gets out of there. He's never failed to qualify within the top 7, so he's always been inside the top 7, so he's always been in Q3. At this track. So this is the first year he's not raced here with Ferrari, as we've had a 24-month break since 2019's race here as well. And I've just remembered something that must be true, which is quite shocking actually. I'll tell you later on. But with 7 minutes to go, they all come back into the pit lane for another go at it. Now we're about to see, Adam, what started... Oh, 2 seconds.
To the rear wing. Copy that, we'll get that later.
And that's from his...
Change to the front wing, just a little tweak they want on Sebastian Vettel's car. Yeah, Adam, we're about to see then what tyres they're going to start the race on, and this is going to be the big one. Do you go soft C4 tyre, or do you go medium C3 for the opening stint?
Boy, I probably would have... I probably would start on the soft tyre, you know, and see how they go, and then probably at the first pit stop, change over to mediums, and you know, I don't know how long the soft tires are going to last tomorrow, but I think for me, I would start on soft tires and then work my way to medium.
I'd agree. That seems to be the best strategy, to be fair. And also, a slightly easy, less dangerous strategy would be to consider the hard tyre at the latest stage of the race, when the sun starts to go down. Of course, we race very late Mexican time. So it accommodates the rest of the world. Or is that something stuck to the rear wing? That's what happened there with Vettel. So we use the hard tyres later on when the track gets cooler. So we'll have to wait and see what that strategy call is. At least it's not going to have any intermediates or wet weather tyres being used tomorrow. Looks to be okay. The track falls silent. Adam, I think there's a question coming in from Beth as well. Oh no, first of all, it's to you, Megan. Megan, you need to see a race where they dust off a Ferrari from the V12 era and give it a few demo laps. The 412 T2 from 2015 is pure joy to hear in real life. Adam as well, us two dinosaurs compared to her. I mean, you were born in 2005, but you're too young to remember. We remember the proper V12. In fact, I do remember the V12 era and the V10 era as well. Formula One just doesn't sound the same anymore, but I've experienced these cars trackside.
I've seen older races.
Yeah, but I've experienced these cars trackside. The TV sound is quite similar, but these cars do rocket a bit of a punch. But I was disappointed. It's not stick your fingers in your ears or wear headsets type of weather. I was watching testing in a big grandstand, as you've seen at Spain, Barcelona, and it echoed, but it wasn't that much. Do you hanker back for the V10, V12 era as much as I do, Adam?
Yeah, I kind of miss that era too. You know, that was an intense battles. You know, throughout F1. You know, we had so many great races. You know, in the V10, V12 era, but next year they all have new cars, so everyone's gonna be level.
I'm really hoping. Who do you think is going to capitalise best on the new rules then? Because
that's a good question, Josh. Maybe I'm gonna say Mercedes would. You know, we go to some really good tracks. I think Mercedes will be good at. I think Australia is a Mercedes track. You know, I'm kind of glad that F1's going back to Australia. They're going back to Canada. The crowds in Germany, you know, next year will be absolutely nuts. It's called, I think Americans love our motorsports. Ask the Germans.
I've just worked out how I can move Adam up to the top and actually not have... sorry, Adam, I'm trying to spotlight you there. But it's not working, which is really annoying me. Because I'm trying to get myself off the screen as well so you can be in full picture. But it's working, so I'll try and fix that for the future. But yeah, I'm really hoping so that Mercedes get a good one there. We've got another chat coming through as well from Beth. saying, first of all, and Josh says car 99 off the track and continued to turn 7. That's Giovinazzi. So he's back in the pit lane now. Beth saying, Josh Plays, any action in the McLaren pits?
Yeah, so eyes on dash, particularly rear left, eyes on dash.
That's Verstappen being told to keep left.
I generally thought that he said spies on dash.
Yeah, it's not James Bond.
Thought he said
It may be a 007 type car, but it's not James Bond. Josh Plays, any action in the Mercedes pits? Wonder if they will look worried or confident. And Beth also says you've never seen an F1 race until you've experienced bleeding ears trackside. Yeah, I know. But I tell you what, by the end of the 4 days of pre-season testing, no matter how quiet these V6s seem to be, you do develop a bit of tinnitus as well, and you did have to put your fingers in your ears occasionally. But dinner at the Paddock Club on a day, what was it, day 3? I think we had dinner there. That was unbelievable. Josh Place says, let me check. Beth also says, I wonder if Adelaide would be a Mercedes or Red Bull track if it was still running. Adam, you've came to cross Adelaide more closely.
Think, I kind of miss, the F1 series at Adelaide. That intense street circuit.
I think it would be a good idea building a gap quite early. You will have like 6 cars ahead.
That's Raikkonen. That's Raikkonen on the radio then. Just he's going to have traffic in front of him. Back to you, Adam.
Yes, called. The Adelaide Street Circuit has produced so much action in its history. So hopefully we can see the Adelaide Street Circuit being used again, but it's going to take a lot of effort, to get it back to where it used to be.
I hope we get there one day back as well. And I think they don't really want V8 supercars back, so I'm hoping Formula E take up the Australian one.
Formula E needs to go to Australia. I don't think they've ever been to Australia.
No, they haven't. No.
As far as I know, it's called. They need to go to Australia, New Zealand, Japan. Have like a pack rim triple hitter.
Oh, that'd be fantastic. Throw in that Chinese race that they're
Recharge on.
I think I was reading that Formula One had signed an extension,
They have, yeah.
The Chinese Grand Prix in Shanghai, even though they're not racing there next year. So we'll see what happens in 2023.
Yeah, they've added another 3 races on for the 3 races they're going to miss, which is nice to see. Checker flag out, so in 40 seconds' time, Vettel on his last lap time only goes P11, 117.746. Norris P10 at the moment. Hamilton goes top, 9 thousandths quicker than Verstappen as well.
Right, so Sonoda is 3rd, which no one seems to have noticed.
Oh no, you're right there. Sonoda's got we've got a yellow flag somewhere on the track.
And it's green again.
So whatever it was, it went as I tried to...
And yellow again.
It's Antonio Giovinazzi. Antonio Giovinazzi has spun, and that's down at sector 13. That's turn 12. That's going to compromise Carlos Sainz's lap time.
I think I have front wing damage.
And he's got front wing. That's Perez. Perez got front wing damage. The checker flag's out. Sainz doesn't get a lap time. He's in P9. Russell's P15. He's got a 5-place grid penalty, but he's improving. First driver to meet the line, Yuki Tsunoda. He's taken it, so yellow flags were out. Hamilton's fastest, 9/10 of a second faster than Verstappen. Giovinazzi has entered the pit lane. Ocon's given up as well. He's got that down with a penalty. Russell can't. He's P13. So that means with a grid penalty, actually, he should stay round about where he is. So that's not maximum disruption there. Vettel, I don't think is improving on his lap time, judging by the sectors. He's not. And Raikkonen, I think, was just on a 1:17.953. So that's it. Time over already. This is what happened to Giovinazzi. Oh, lost it under braking. The rear's locked, and the car just absolutely spat round and hit the wall deep into the corner, into turn 12. You're going from 8th gear, 318 kilometers an hour, all the way down to 3rd gear at 130 kilometers an hour for the braking zone turn 12. An anticlimactic end to the session there, and it sees Vettel, Raikkonen, Russell, Giovinazzi and Ocon out. What did you make of that one, Adam?
Oh, I think we all knew that was coming, and now it's time for our regular end
of the lines.
I think I've said Checo Perez. Believe you two have agreed with me. Yeah, it's going to be Checo Perez. So Mexican fans may be in for a great Q3 session.
It's going to be Hamilton, Verstappen, Tsunoda, Bottas, Gasly, Leclerc, Perez, Ricciardo, Sainz and Norris going through. And just checking my notes, Tsunoda has to start from the back of the grid, so he's going to be disruption. Looking down, who else is down the order? Lando Norris too, starting from the back of the grid, so that bumps the positions down as well. And Stroll and Ocon have already been eliminated, so has Russell. So it's Tsunoda and Norris who may as well just not take part in the next session because they're starting at the back of the grid. So really, eliminate, and judging by my math, that'll bump Giovinazzi up the order as well into P12. It all changes positions so far. It's so hard to keep across of. Actually, Megan, that promotes Alonso up the order as well. So Alonso, who's out in Q1, should actually start further up the order than what we actually originally anticipated.
I'm happy now.
I thought you might be with that one. Q3 is going to start at 15:14 for 12 minutes, Megan.
So that is 15:26.
Yeah. Just run us through the entire field, would you, again, Megan? The top 10 and then the starting positions after.
Right, so far at the end of Q2, it is first Hamilton, second Verstappen, third Tsunoda, fourth Bottas, fifth Gasly, sixth Leclerc, seventh Perez, eighth is Ricciardo, ninth is Sainz, and 10th is Norris. Out of qualifying so far is in 11th Vettel, 12th Raikkonen, 13th Russell, 14th Giovinazzi, 15th Ocon, 16th Alonso, 17th Latifi, 18th Schumacher, 19th Mazepin, and 20th Stroll.
We've got Josh Plays with info. This is the pit lane incident with Russell and Latifi. I don't know if you're seeing this, Adam, or if you've got the world feed, but it looks like they were just blocking the two Haas cars at the exit there. They sort of jumped, leapfrogged into... Are you seeing the same pictures, Adam?
Yeah, it's caught. Yeah, it's caught.
So,
I'm seeing. Yeah, it's caught.
What do you make of that? I think that's a bit dangerous, actually, and they're gonna investigate it. Josh Plays is our man in the pits and at race control. What have you got for us, Josh? I hope... there we go. What have you got for us, Josh, over there in the pit lane?
I mean, you've already said it, but I'll say it again. Q3 will start at 15:14 local.
So a 12-minute session, that's 26 minutes past, isn't it? It should
Yep,
end.
so session will start in 4 minutes.
Fantastic. We're getting to the crunch zone now to see what's going to happen.
Getting to the time where I can watch Home Alone.
Yes, I think I might be... I'm going out, so sorry.
Yeah.
You do realise we've had this plan for 3 days.
Adam, what's your plan after the session?
No, I'll ask you guys, which is better, Home Alone 1 or Home Alone 2?
Oh. I think I'd go Home Alone 1. I don't know why. I do love Home Alone 2, but...
Yeah. Home Alone 1's more of the feeling that we could do it because we couldn't go to New York, so I think that's why I would prefer 1.
But you love number 2 for the Bird Lady.
I do.
Oh, yeah.
I also love the Shovel Man. But I don't get why he acts so creepy, just like staring at him, not saying anything, and doing that weird eye thing.
Well, that's the point.
Still!
Actually, last year, actually, 2019, I believe 2020, I actually went to New York City with some friends, and I actually went to Central Park and
sent some media.
Sorry, Adam, go on.
I actually know exactly where the Bird Lady was in Home Alone 2. I was like, whoa, I mean, it's like, New York City is a really cool place, Central Park is amazing, but now with everything being open again, hopefully one day I can go back to New York City and go to a Broadway show.
Oh, yeah.
Lots of
I always
fireworks.
wanted to go, and hopefully one day I can cross the pond and come over to England and maybe attend the British Grand Prix, or maybe even attend a British Touring Car Championship race. I know the history of that series like the back of my hand. Ricard Rydell, John Cleland, Matt and Neil Gordon shed. And I mean, you think about the history. I mean, it's
Massive,
one of the
yeah.
top touring car series in the world. I mean, you know, so much. I mean, Snetterton, Altland Park, Brands Hatch, the Brands Hatch Indy Circuit. I mean, it's. I mean.
Yeah. Deuce Netterton.
Yeah, it's called. I mean, I can remember the Vauxhall Vectra.
Yes.
And the Volvo and the Ford Mondeo. I mean, yeah, those were good times in the '90s. Tim Harvey was a driver, and now he's a commentator, I do believe. Is that right, Josh?
Yes, yeah. He's now on the commentary team. Yeah, he was in BMW. I do miss him.
Murray Walker.
Oh, Murray commentating it big time as well. I'm going for first, says Cleland. I think it was one of the big ones. 9 seconds away then from the start of qualifying 3. The anticipation is gearing up. Who's going to take pole in Mexico? We are about to find out. And the green light is on. Qualifying 3 is underway. The final 12 minutes for these 10 drivers to head out onto the track to do battle at the Autodromo Hernandez Rodriguez. A 4.304 kilometre circuit as well, with top speeds at over 330 kilometres an hour. They just got a maximum run of about 3 laps across the next 12 minutes to set their duration as well. Who is going to be fastest and who is going to be the slowest? We already know 2 drivers have different penalty runs. We've got Yuki Tsunoda and Lando Norris, currently 3rd and 10th. They have to start the race from the back of the grid as well. Alongside me in the commentary box is Adam Lemridge and Megan Birch as well. For those of you watching tomorrow in the pre-race show, when we replay Q3, because it's just a lot easier to get the edit done as well. Get in touch on the YouTube chat as well if you're watching live with us as well. Adam, who's your tip for pole position going into this session?
I'm going Checo Perez. I mean, hey, a Mexican starting on full, and if it's not Checo, I'll go say his teammate Max Verstappen, and I think we could see a lap in the 1 minute 16 seconds. I'm surprised we haven't seen one yet in qualifying.
I'm really, really hoping. The fastest lap we've had here is a 1:19.232. That was set by Charles Leclerc as well. The best pole time was a 1:15.024. But the cars, as you say, Adam, they've slowed down since then. 40% less downforce. Checo Perez is actually out there. He's only been beaten by Norris, Ricciardo, Tsunoda and Gasly. So he's left the pit lane ahead of everyone. Megan, the anticipation's high. 12 points in the championship between Hamilton and Verstappen. Coming into this qualifying, is this a crucial battle for them for qualifying? Do they have to start 1-2 on the grid like 2 weeks ago in America, or can they afford a couple of positions here and there?
I think if they started 1-2 on a grid again, bad things would happen.
Yeah.
Megan, are you thinking we could have a turn 1 crash? No.
I'm thinking a deliberate crash, because that's what I would do.
Oh, okay, Megan. All right. I think it's going to be a Red Bull sweep.
Especially at that tight corner for yes.
Could be a very good one as well.
We've seen it happen before.
Indeed. Pop over to the group chat for a second because we've got... hang on. 2 seconds. Got Lewis Hamilton going slow. Lewis Hamilton is going slow. He's down at turn 8 as well through the essay section. I wonder if he's just backing off to get some time. Bottas has done the same thing, but that gave me a little heart attack there, I'm not going to lie, because we saw Sainz slow in qualifying 2. But it's okay. It's all good. Relax, Josh. Keep your nerve and get going again.
Calm it.
Just quick to the chat then, as Humperdinck said, Formula E under the lights of Tokyo would be magical. It really would. And even Beth agreeing with that one. Trump was in Home Alone 1. I thought it was Home Alone 2. Home Alone 2 was in.
The elevator scene.
I believe as well the Williams investigation is for jumping the queue, says Josh as well. So it looks like that is what. So they've jumped the queue, Adam, which we've seen
penalties. Well.
Yeah, he did, didn't he? We've seen the penalties before for jumping the queue. Reprimand or a grid penalty? What do you think is coming their way?
Grid penalty.
Yeah, I would agree there because they jumped the queue and disregarded the pit lane as well. Dingback Toast says, "Calm down, lad." Yeah, I will. I promise I'll calm down. As Perez has a big kick of oversteer coming out of the Horquilla corner, which is turn 6. Pronouncing these names is impossible. We've got a brief yellow that came out on the circuit. Yeah,
it was like a half a second yellow. So I was like,
Yeah, not that much with a yellow flag, but we've gone back to green.
Ricardo so far tops the session, so that
Gasly!
taken over.
Gasly! 1:16.504 at the moment. Sergio Perez is coming to the line. We're watching him in the mini box as well. Perez top 1:16.225. Mexico erupts, but maybe not for long. Here comes Max Verstappen across the line. Does a 1:16.225. Bottas is fastest in the first 2 sectors.
Are we going to get a 1:15?
Hamilton is not. He's only setting personal best. We could actually see Bottas steal a pole like he did at the Turkish Grand Prix, as well as they come through. Bottas is 0.2 of a second faster at the moment. Out of the Peloton towards the line. Bottas goes pole by a staggering 0.3 of a second. Here comes Hamilton to the line. He's only a 1/10 behind Bottas. It's a Mercedes front row at the moment. Nobody predicted that. They've wiped the board. They're 0.3 quicker than the Red Bulls. Bottas ahead of Hamilton. Megan, you predicted that one.
Yeah, I did.
Adam, where did they find that pace?
That's a good.
Get
you know
him.
what they say about Red Bull? They gave him. Red Bull gives you wings, so it's like maybe the wings are now Mercedes.
That's unbelievable. As
I was
you
at a
say.
1:15.
Yeah, 1:15.875. Leclerc was
Nice lap.
That is amazing. The only man this weekend to get into the 1:15s is Bottas. Lando Norris at turn 1 has, I think, made a slight issue. Oh, he's locked up and has missed the apex. So Norris has not set a time. He's standing at the back of the grid anyway, so it's not really mattering.
Qualifying.
Yeah,
not qualifying.
Yeah, the
commentator challenge.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just decided not to notice corners.
Track limits for Tsunoda, lap time deleted. The same goes for Lando Norris.
Like it matters for either of them.
Yeah, oh, that's it for Verstappen.
How were the tyres and how was the balance?
It's still not good, mate. Just sliding on the rear.
Yeah.
Danny Ricciardo's gone P7. Beth is excited about that one in the group chat. That was a very dramatic first part of qualifying. We still have another 6 minutes to go and another run to do.
The only one out right now is Tsunoda, so I kind of get the feeling he's about to go in because I bet he's going to feel lonely out there.
They are. He is.
Yeah. I think everyone's going to have at least one more hot lap, and then we'll know who's on pole. Mercedes. I didn't see this coming from Mercedes at all. I said it'd be a Red Bull front row. My jaw's dropped.
I don't think anyone's going to beat Bottas.
No, Bottas is time.
Oh, Megan. Okay.
And I've been saying all weekend that he would get pole.
Valtteri Bottas has a 100% pouring... I'm going to say it again because after this commentary, my mouth's going. Valtteri Bottas has a 100% point-scoring record here at Mexico. His best finishing of the track here was second in 2017. He's had 2 further podium finishes, 2015 with Williams and 2019 with Mercedes. His worst finish was 8th in 2016, his last race for Williams. He's always reached Q3, he's kept that up. He's yet to qualify, however, in the top 3. His best qualifying is 4th. Right now, he's on provisional pole position. But how long can it do? Can Sergio Perez find that home field advantage that Nigel Mansell famously said gives you a second per lap to claw back at least just half of that to take pole away from Bottas? It's going to be a close one, Adam.
Oh, yeah. I'm surprised. I'm surprised Perez isn't, I'm surprised Perez isn't P1. Yet.
yeah, Optimum, Megan.
I hope he at least gets second.
What else are you going to say?
That's just what I was going to say. I hope he at least gets second.
All right, well...
I just want Bottas to, show up to Mercedes.
At the moment you have...
Yeah, I mean... Yeah, let's report. I mean, I don't know who is the cab in front, but...
So it was Tsunoda in front.
Ah, so look it's
that.
It won't change much for him. I don't know if they'll do it on purpose.
Tsunoda's impeded Leclerc.
Honestly, I will do my job. I'll focus my job for next round, but I'm really pissed off with this one. Really.
Oh, apologies for the language there from Tsunoda. That's live, actually, from the driver, so we can't bleep it. But Charlotte, yeah.
Sounds like a really deep conversation of like, I don't know who he is anymore.
Charles Leclerc complaining over the radio that he got impeded by Yuki Tsunoda. Tsunoda come over the radio saying, I was just trying to do my job, trying to set up for the lap times as well, and it's really peeing him off as well. So apologies for the swear word from Yuki Tsunoda, but we've come to expect it over the year, haven't we, from Yuki?
We have.
Yes, we have. We have.
Beth's,
I said it'd be a crazy qualifying session. I was right.
3 minutes to go then in qualifying number 3. The driver's just about to head back out onto the track for their second runs. They're all waiting, but Red Bull are dead waiting. They're going straight out there, and it's Perez leading Verstappen, and also going out there, the two Ferraris. Don't know who's ahead of who.
Ferraris are ahead of Red Bull. They really want
It's Sainz ahead of Leclerc, but Norris is ahead of Ricciardo as the driver tracker kicks into life. You can see directly below us here as qualifying 3 continues on as well. And this is amazing going through. Hang on a minute. We've just had, interesting enough, that the actual F1 TV director got a request from Sky F1 to zoom in on the Red Bull rear wing, and it happened immediately. That's the first time I've ever seen that.
Oh, me too. That's shocking, I think.
Wow. Can we offer an opinion? I mean, we did sort of control the cameras in Hungary a little bit much. If you remember.
Always seems to go my way.
Yeah, if we in Hungary, Adam, if you were watching, but then we in the race as well during the red flag, we sort of said, okay, let's see this car, and then it happened. It went on for about 3 or 4 minutes.
Well, earlier, I wanted a closer camera angle, and it did it.
Beth has gone in the group chat saying that the P word is actually Japanese, which means, I can't pronounce it, it's a musical note tone because she's written it in Japanese. So that doesn't really go there. Why do they always...
How am I meant to know?
Oh, Adam's putting his hand up. Adam might know something.
That's called, I don't know what the word is either, I'm with you guys. I don't know. I'm lost too.
I think we all are a little bit.
Can't you write it in English?
Thank you,
none of
Megan.
us know Japanese.
Megan immediately on it there. You're just vicious this weekend, Megan.
I haven't had much sleep.
No, she's just nice, right, Megan?
And I woke up at 5 o'clock in the morning.
All right.
Okay, Megan. Okay.
Last 54 seconds of qualifying then. The drivers have started their lap times as well. 50 seconds to go. Who's going to be the first driver to get pole position at Mexico in 24 months? Will it be Sergio Perez or the man he's towing around the lap, Max Verstappen? Head says it's going to be Verstappen. Heart desperately wants Perez.
The only person I know who speaks Japanese is my friend Lee. And I...
Oh, Perez is only 0.03 off. Oh, Perez is quicker than Verstappen. In the first sector, Perez is quicker than Verstappen. And Bottas has gone even faster in that first sector at 27.025. Bottas is electric. I don't know about you, Adam, but ever since the announcement was made he's leaving Mercedes, he's been a man possessed.
Oh, goes off the track.
Perez is off. Perez, sorry, Adam. Is that Verstappen? It's Verstappen. Verstappen's gone off. I can't tell which Red Bull it is. That's Perez there, surely. Which one are we following? Which car went off?
Mercedes off as well.
They would know. It was an AlphaTauri, so I can't tell which one it was. I think it was Perez. It was. Perez went off. Perez has blown his chance of qualifying on pole position. Verstappen might have done the same. A bad middle sector. Verstappen can't improve. Perez goes off. Red Bull blew their chance of a 1-2 in Mexico with a mistake, and it's now open goal for Mexico's McLarens. And as well, throwing the Mercedes as Bottas doesn't improve but keeps pole position. Hamilton is improving. Can he find time? No, he can't. He's 3/10 off in the third sector. It's Valtteri Bottas who has taken a shock pole position as Sergio Perez buckles under the pressure at the S's and goes straight on. It is Bottas' third pole of the year. It is 19th of his career. He wins the Fangio helmet as well. My goodness me, Adam, that was a shocker.
Yeah, no, I said Red Bull front row, and well, I can't always be right.
I feel proud of myself.
Megan, congratulations.
And that's pole position.
I feel very proud of myself right now.
Oh, thank you.
I'll adjust your poppy.
Viva Mexico!
Perez Perez is in disbelief. Let's take a look what happened. Coming through the S's at turn 8. Okay, so he's okay through here. It's the second part. Oh, he got compromised by Tsunoda running off the track, and Perez just dragged him offline. So that was not Perez's error. Tsunoda was dawdling on the exit of the track, kicking at the dust, and he just sent Perez off the track. He had to take avoiding action. Now that is Tsunoda. That's for me, Adam. Tsunoda deserving a bigger penalty for that one. As there was that's not on. He's compromised Perez's lap time. It also compromised Verstappen. Here's the radio.
Unbelievable, was such a dumb idiot.
And he's not talking about Sergio Perez, he's talking about Yuki Tsunoda. That was a dumb move from Yuki.
Yes, it was. It's called, I feel sorry for Checo, you know.
Unbelievable, was such a...
his home country fans, but turn 1, even though it is Mercedes front row, Max Verstappen does start third, so we could see another intense battle tomorrow, going in turn 1. It could be a drag race, the first corner, and who knows what could happen.
Megan?
I was right.
Well done, Megan. Does she get anything for pick a winner?
You were right. I'll acknowledge it.
Megan, that should be honorary at least half or even just a 1 point on the pick a winner.
Yes, dog.
That's
I've been
quite
saying
good.
it all weekend.
You have, to be fair. You've stuck to your gun all throughout the session.
I haven't changed my mind. I know when someone's fast.
Max Verstappen walking back now from the stewards as well. I don't know where he's going, but wow, Mercedes deliver a shock. Just like 2 weeks ago, we expected COTA to be a Mercedes track. It turned into a Red Bull track. And here at Mexico, we were all saying it's going to be Red Bull and Max Verstappen and Perez. Mercedes, after being nowhere practically all weekend, have exploded out the gate. Hamilton's bounced back. It's a Mercedes 1-2 and 900 metres down to turn 1. It is anybody's guess. Mercedes 1-2, Red Bull 3-4.
Thank you, Josh. Yes, sir. My jaw's still dropping. It probably won't drop until the race tomorrow. Megan, you called it from qualifying. I gotta say, I gotta give it to you.
Good. I haven't stopped believing.
It's called You Go, Girl.
I bow to the master.
I bow to Megan.
I have always been the smart one.
Oh, sorry, that should be mistress, shouldn't it? Really, not the master.
Mistress.
Yeah. I can't believe it. Well done, Megs. That was. I was. We're going to hear from the top 3 in a second.
I have good instincts.
Bottas topped FP1. And ever since then, you were saying he's going to be the fastest on this weekend, and he's done it. First time he's topped FP1 and taken pole position this season, because of course he was quick in Turkey, but didn't top FP1. As unusual to see actually the commentary boxes in Mexico with fans inside them, because their commentary boxes are located now inside the paddock until the end of the season. Jenson Button is going to talk to the top 3. I think he's talking first of all with Max Verstappen. We'll wait to hear from him on the radio.
I'm going to go because I need to watch that thing and just get everything ready. So,
okay.
Enjoy it, Megan. It's called. We'll do this again sometime soon.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. Enjoy the race tomorrow, and congratulations one more time.
Thank you.
You called it.
Right, let's hear from Max Verstappen. He's talking with Jenson Button.
All the way through the weekend and through Q1, Q2. The first run in Q3, a little bit of an oversteer, and then you had the issue in the second run of Q3 with Tsunoda off track.
Yeah, I mean, it seemed like through qualifying the balance went away a little bit, but then actually in the last lap, I was on for a good lap, but then I don't know what happened in front of me, but there was two guys going off, so I thought, there was going to be a yellow flag, so I back out, and then the lap is of course destroyed. But even with that, we're not having a great balance. I think we could have still gone for that pole lap, but. Yeah, of course, third is not amazing, but I think it's still better than starting second.
Yeah, I mean, this weekend we've seen a lot of footage of your rear wing and the Red Bull mechanics playing around with the rear wing, putting gurney and even some tape on the rear wing. Has that had an effect, not just the performance, but confidence going into qualifying?
Yeah, we had to repair them, but I think at the end, when we went into qualifying, everything was like normal. Of course, it's not ideal, but I don't think it's a reason why it was a bit of a struggle for us in qualifying.
But you feel you can take the fight to these guys tomorrow?
Yeah, absolutely. It's just qualifying didn't go our way, but we're not using these tires anyway tomorrow, so still a lot to fight for.
Thanks, Max.
Max Verstappen then, still clear on what he needs to say. I would throw a question to you, Adam, but Lewis Hamilton's just walked up alongside. Listen to the crowd.
Lewis, we all want to get pole position, but you must be pretty happy with that. In front of both Red Bulls. Your teammate pole position, you're in a great position for that turn one.
Yeah, Valtteri did an amazing job. I'm so proud of Valtteri. I think he's been driving so well in these last few races, so it's really great for the team. They've been working so hard. We didn't think we had the pace this weekend. So to look out the front row is pretty special, and obviously gives us a good fight with the others tomorrow.
What's changed? Because it looked like there was a 4/10, 5/10 gap to Red Bull, and now you guys seem the guys to beat.
Really have no idea. Yeah, they were like 6/10 ahead at some stage, and then 4/10 ahead, and but whatever happens, and once we got to qualifying, all of a sudden we had better paces. I'm just as shocked as everyone, but we'll still take it.
Yeah, and for a team effort, it must be great having your teammate alongside you.
Yeah.
You know, I'm sure there's going to be some great strategy going in tomorrow.
Yeah, I mean, actually, I'd love to be on in his position, but again, he did a fantastic first Q1, Q3 run one, and so then I gave him my all, but he did a better job today.
Thanks, Lewis.
Thank you.
Lewis Hamilton finishing in P2. Valtteri Bottas, the pole sitter, now going to talk, and then me and Adam will wrap up. We've got some news from Josh Plays as well we'll hear from, but let's hear from Valtteri.
That was a pretty impressive performance. You must feel pretty proud with yourself and happy with what you've just achieved.
Yeah, it was awesome lap, especially my lap in the first run in Q3. I couldn't quite match the same last sector in the second one, but I think honestly that first run in Q3 was one of my best laps, and it's a good feeling.
Throughout practice, you looked like you weren't able to get it on the first lap. It looked like it was sort of 6 or 7 laps into a run. You've obviously played around with the setup, and it's given you more confidence to give it all on lap 1.
Yeah, I mean, this morning actually car was feeling good. We were lacking a bit of pace on lap 1, but I think with a bit higher temperatures this afternoon than in the morning came our way, I think. And also, yeah, try to optimize everything with tire temps and setup, and it was a joy to drive.
P1 for tomorrow. You've obviously got the lights. You can see turn 1 just about from where you're starting. There must be a lot of strategy going into what's going to happen tomorrow. It's such a long straight down to turn 1 from that start line.
It is long straight, and for sure, you know, the cars behind with the tow will have good opportunities, so we'll need a good start. And at least as a team, it's great that we have 2 cars ahead, and hopefully we can try and keep our position somehow.
Congratulations,
Thank you.
We've got Humperdinck saying, great job, Bottas, proving he belongs in a top team as well. Round of applause from Beth saying about Bottas as well. Chunkiest Hand says, so, later tonight it's going to be about 30,000 angry Mexican Checo fans versus Tsunoda. Tsunoda's small, though. We can duck in between them, we'll be fine. Going through, Josh Plays will hear from in a second. Humperdinck says they have no idea, sure, sneaky Mercedes. And Bottas looks pretty stoked, says Beth as well. Looks to be the same. Adam, what did you make of that qualifying session?
Wow. My job. I think we're all shocked about this because we all said it'd be a Red Bull front row, and Mercedes came out and proved us all wrong.
Absolutely.
I wonder if there are going to be any team orders on the front row tomorrow. If Bottas let Lewis Hamilton lead going into turn 1, or are they going to be?
Oh, sorry, Adam, we're going to have to interrupt. We've got Jackie Stewart on the radio. We're going to have to interrupt.
Wow, that's amazing.
It's been 50 years since Juan Manuel Fangio won his first World Championship. So this is a trophy that's only going to be given in Mexico, and it's a
wow.
Jackie Stewart presents Valtteri Bottas with
such a success and this beautiful trophy.
Jackie Stewart, 3-time world champion, presents Valtteri Bottas with a replica helmet of Juan Manuel Fangio, 70 years on the anniversary, November the 6th as well, was the day he clinched his first ever Drivers' Championship as well, 70 years ago. And the helmet given to Valtteri Bottas. Sorry to interrupt you, Adam, because that shocked me, actually, that's what happened. Throw it back to you.
I think it's going to be all out tomorrow going into turn 1, and stay tuned because we could see another dramatic battle between Max Verstappen and Lewis Hamilton. You don't think Max wants to find a way around both Mercedes? And don't forget Checo Perez as well. We could see fireworks.
It's game
turn
on.
1 tomorrow, so stay tuned and just, I don't know. It's like no one saw this coming from Mercedes, but maybe this is going to be a Mercedes race tomorrow. I have no clue.
I think it's blown the entire weekend off kilter. Josh Plays down in the pit lane and at race control as well. What have you got anything, Josh, to add?
Not really, but one thing I do have is that I can hear you down in pit lane from commentary box. So a couple of words of advice: calm down before you blow up.
Okay, Josh, it's called. And Josh Plays, if you can hear me, I want to say it's been an honor to be part of this qualifying session with you and Josh and Megan. Hopefully we get to do this again next year.
I hope you heard that, Josh, as well. Adam was just saying it's a privilege to work with you, and hopefully we can do it again next year. I hopefully do. And we'll wrap it up there, gentlemen. Thank you.
Yes, sir. It's called. Enjoy it, and be sure to watch the Grid Network wrap-up show 90 minutes after the Cup race tomorrow as we talk Formula One, MotoGP, NASCAR, and the Repco Supercar Series from City Motorsports Park. Until then, tomorrow, take care, everyone. Josh, I'll see you on the wrap-up show tomorrow, and fully enjoyed this, and enjoy the Mexican Grand Prix. It's going to be a barn runner.
It really is. Thank you very much, Adam. Thank you very much, Josh, and to Megan as well. And thanks to all of you for watching at home. I think Beth puts it brilliantly as well. First corner tomorrow, Valtteri Prost versus Lewis Senna. 800.
Love it, Beth.
I know. It's going to be
thanks
fantastic.
to everyone that joined in the chat. A lot of fun. So y'all enjoy the craziness that could be the Mexican Grand Prix tomorrow down south of the border.
It's going to be fantastic. Join us. We've got MotoGP as well tomorrow. That's underway. 12:30 p.m. On GMT, British time, of course. And then our main race for Formula One gets underway. 6:30 our coverage starts with our build-up show as well. Valtteri Bottas takes a shock pole position. The only person predicting it was Megan, so she got a round of applause from everybody as well. We'll be back tomorrow for all the action from the Grand Prix of Mexico, which could be yet another crucial chapter in the 2021 campaign. Thanks for your company here tonight. We'll see you tomorrow for the race. Good night to you all.